You know, and I say it's still your choice, right? But look at the example society gives you of people who have taken that choice. I mean, look at the homeless, you know, look at the derelicts, you know, look at the so-called, what we call bums and everything, you know, walking the streets, talking to themselves, you know, hygiene really bad, digging in garbage cans and all that kind of stuff. See, for whatever reason, they decided to take another road. Sure, it might be an erroneous road, it might not be a road that's good for them, but they still made that choice to take another road. See, they still had that independence and that freedom to take that choice, but they were not rewarded because the road they decided to take was against everything society had told them. And what society is doing, especially American society, is holding this example up to you and saying, okay, you want to look other avenues, that's fine. If you want to search down different alternatives, okay, that's fine. You want to not take our answers as the truth and look for other answers, okay, that's fine, because you know you live in a society where you can do that. But here are your examples of people who have done that. Outcasts, social pariahs, derelicts, you know, the homeless. You know, for whatever reason, they're in that position now. The thing that prompted them to do that is to look down other avenues, because if they had accepted all the things that society had told them, then they wouldn't be the ones being looked at. They would be the ones looking at those people, see? So what this society does is they say, okay, you know, here's some examples of some of these people that have taken these other avenues, and you look at it, and it doesn't look comfortable, right? And it doesn't look like it's worth it. And you say, well, wow, man, I don't want to end up like that, so I'm going to just stay along with what society tells me. So you never come to the realization that when you get to that position, it doesn't matter how people see you visually. It's how you see yourself mentally. And it's all the freedoms that you have that the people looking at you will never have, see? That they don't see, because they're looking for something tangible. They're looking for a tangible reward that they can see. You know, this person chose another path, so they're rich and they're famous and they got lots of money and they're driving a big car and they got, you know, this nice suit on and they got all these women around them and everything, and they chose another path. So they're a good example of somebody, you know, who went off the beaten track and succeeded, see? And that's the example society wants to see. They don't want to see, well, this person chose another path and he's got no place to live and he eats out of garbage cans and his clothes are dirty and he doesn't brush his teeth or take a bath very often. But, you know, they don't see the intangible. They don't see the wisdom that he has. They don't see the knowledge. They don't see all the gifts that he's been given that not only help him along in life, but show him what the priorities are. And the priorities aren't success. The priorities aren't money. The priorities aren't appearance. The priorities aren't having popularity and everything, see? But you're never going to see that because you're on the outside looking in. In other words, you're looking at this example and, oh, well, this is an example of somebody who took the other path. Well, I definitely don't want to go down this road. So, you know, if you never go down that road, then you're never going to realize that this person that you're looking at, that you're pitying, that you're putting down, is better off than you are.
Purpose of this tape, besides, of course, to enlighten and to inform and to give you information, is also to give you encouragement, too. And also to let you know that, you know, I'm exactly what you see. You know, there's no hidden meaning or hidden agenda or anything like that. And you know, when I got fired from this last job, which was completely unfair and unjust, but I mean that's neither here nor there. You know, I got on unemployment, and when I got on unemployment, you know, I was told that my benefits would, you know, my claim would go till August, okay, which is pretty much a year from August to August. So I figured, well, you know, I got a year to look into different avenues and get everything together and stuff like this. Well, somewhere along the way, you know, I also applied for Social Security because of my disability. And basically what they told me is that even though they know I'm hurt, they don't believe I'm hurt enough to not work, right? So I have to appeal that. So I'm in the process of appealing that now. And pretty much any kind of benefits you apply for, if you're getting unemployment, you know, they don't even want you to even apply until your unemployment runs out. And here I thought I had till August. Well, as it turns out, Congress hasn't passed the resolution to extend benefits yet. Basically, what they have to do is they have to pass the resolution, and then after they pass the resolution, they have to send the money to the different unemployment offices, you know, to cover all the benefits and everything. And they haven't done that yet. So right now, what it is they're negotiating it or looking it over or reviewing it or whatever you want to call it. But until they actually come to a decision and say, yes, you know, it is to our advantage to extend benefits to people unemployed who are getting unemployment insurance because, you know, because it's going to help a lot in the workforce and the employment situation and all this kind of stuff. Well, they haven't done that yet. Basically, that's the point of what I'm saying here. So until they do, there's no extension of benefits. So even though my claim goes to August, my benefits only go till like April, see? So I called up today, and this is, you know, I found that out, that even though I have a claim till August, I only get paid till April, and then I have to look for another source of income. And of course, they suggested, you know, getting on welfare or something like this. And of course, I have other avenues I look into too, like disability and, you know, and Social Security and all this kind of stuff. But basically, you know, what I'm looking at here is if they don't extend the benefits, pretty much, regardless of what else I'm able to get, you know, I'll probably be out on the street. I mean, you know, right now I'm pretty much, I got my rent here till May, and this is February. But after that, you know, I have to look elsewhere for a livelihood or an income or whatever you want to call it, right? And it's good because it's not very much money, and I could probably even, you know, sell some stuff and play a little bit of music, you know, and make the rent, no problem. You know, then I gotta, you know, worry about how to pay the bills and get food and all this kind of stuff. And that's not really that big a deal either if you think about it, because I'm still eligible for food stamps. I just haven't gone down, you know. But that's not the point of what I'm saying, you know, to give you guys encouragement. What I'm trying to do to give you guys encouragement is that I don't care. You know, it doesn't matter to me anymore. I mean, everything that I've found associated with the Necronomicon now and the Erog Vandar, it just dwarfs, or just, you know, everything else is dwarfed in its shadow, you know. I don't care if I get money. I don't care if my benefits don't get extended, you know. I don't care if I end up living out on the streets again, you know, because I've lived on the streets before, you know. In fact, I kind of dug it, you know. Because you got to remember, I'm by myself, so I don't have to worry about myself. But what I'm saying is, when you come to this truth that I've been trying to convey through all these different tapes and stuff, you know, these things about the things that society hits you with that they consider so monumental and important, they just become nothing. You know, you just don't care about it one way or the other. You know, I mean, I lived on the streets for 5 years. In fact, I didn't even live on the streets; I lived in the parks. You know, so I was like almost like I was out in the woods or something. But like I did for 5 years, and the only reason, you know, I think about it, the only reason I came back in is because I picked up a girlfriend and she happened to have a place, so I moved in with her. And then that culminated to, well, you know, what I'm doing today. But you know, she hadn't come along, and she's been long gone now. She's been gone for almost 5 years now, or even more, you know. So if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't even been in the street, off the streets now. You know, I'd still be living out in the park or something. So what I'm trying to say is that, you know, I talked about jumping off the cliff and then being in flight, you know, and not to the point yet where I've been caught, but knowing that I'm going to be caught. See, that's what I'm saying. I know I'm going to be caught. So while I'm in flight, I'm not scared of anything. You know, I'm not scared of falling and then not being caught, because I know I'm going to be caught. It's just that while I'm falling, I just have to realize that eventually, you know, Creator's going to extend his arms and catch me, you know. But I don't have to worry about the rest of it, see? And that's what I'm saying about this, you know. And, I mean, you know, I don't even see this as a setback. All I see this as is the dark side